Alright. Today we react to Bandit Still Claims Natty by Greg Doucette. Some of that watch that video, I mean, say, and we find it very funny because the ways them like when get banned and thing, me I say that one of them things the people are idiot, dog. You so unfortunate, but anyways, I make Uno watch the video and see what going on. Here Greg got set. Greg got set.
Who goes by non-then.
This isn't going to be a positive video, but I'd really appreciate if you guys hung around, as I want to be upfront and honest about a mistake I've made.
Me swear it was the first draft. Me no did steroids. Me do did nothing wrong. Me 100%
I am talking. Please hang around, guys. Give me good grace. Hear him off say.
natural. 120 kilograms. Deadlift 939. Bench press 485. Squats 700 plus. Natural. Coach Greg, and in today's video, a natty or not on none other than famous powerlifter Nanjo Chinye, who goes by nanjo.fitness on Instagram. This guy received an 18-month ban from powerlifting in the IPF that goes by WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, and he's been banned for 18 months. And so you're thinking, well, if he's been banned, why am I doing a natty or not? Clearly, he's on steroids. But here's the catch.
Clearly, because if they want to go bunny, how much do you feel a drug test? Come on.
He says that he's natural. And so let's see what he says. I'm going to
So I don't know nothing about powerlifting or nothing, so I don't really a judge, so just I go take everything what Greg say. As law.
explain what's going on. Let's get right into it.
This isn't going to be a positive video, but I'd really appreciate if you guys hung around, as I want to be upfront and honest about a mistake I've made.
Me swear it was the first draft. Me no did steroids. Me do did nothing wrong. Me 100% natural. 120 kilograms. Deadlift 939. Bench press 485. Squats 700 plus. Natural.
I'm suspended from competing in the IPF for 18 months.
Suppose he wanna just strong.
I want to preface this by saying I'm clean. I've always been a clean athlete.
Of course he's going to say that he's natural. I mean, why wouldn't he? His sponsors, for example, Gymshark and others, would they want to know that he's perhaps using performance-enhancing drugs to achieve those monumental lifts?
And this is a mistake made through administrative negligence.
Already deflecting.
Oh no, them fuck him over. Jesus. Oh, them fuck him over. Not the administrative staff.
If it was just one mistake, you wouldn't currently ban. It takes 3 administrative negligence mistakes, which could be done on purpose, very easily. If someone were coaching this man and saying, how could you get away with taking steroids and not actually get caught failing a drug test? Well, they could take notes on this video.
Due to competing at the highest level in powerlifting, I was emailed to join the Adams list. This is essentially a list where you agree to be randomly drug tested at 1 hour at any point during the day.
You don't just agree to it, you have to or you can't compete. At the top, people know that there are in fact people taking steroids. If you can't get tested,
man, them reach a certain level and say, yeah, man, you're not natural. We're not even going to ask you again. We're not even going to ask you. We don't care about your drug test. Just competing in some competition on the drug test because obviously you're natural and everybody know. Man, them big and... Alright, continue video.
At any time without knowing in advance of those drug tests, you can very easily pass. If you only got tested at the World Powerlifting Championships, you could take testosterone suspension for 50 weeks straight, 500 milligrams a week. You could perhaps put on 20, 30 pounds, who knows? 2 weeks before the test, you stop taking the testosterone. And by the competition, you would pass that drug test. Now, would you pass blood work? No. That is why I ask people to send me their blood work.
Wait, so you tell me, say, him can take all the drugs him want, right? Couple weeks. As long as him not get tested, wait out for 2 weeks. Then after the 2 weeks, like basically that not detectable upon a drug test, that's crazy. And that them Well, that's why him signed the contract to do the random at any time, because people can get away with that easy for it, so them they operate. Say, yeah man, just fall come do a drug test at this date. You can just cycle when you want, do your drugs and cycle off and you're good.
Simply passing a drug test when you know in advance about that drug test, it doesn't prove that you're natural. And so unless you're randomly tested, it is very easy to pass, and you could very easily be abusing substances leading up to that competition, as you all know.
Through negligence on my own end, I didn't see this email and I didn't respond to it, and that counts as a strike.
It's possible.
Alright, when you hear that, that's our first strike. We never see email. We never see the email, dog. We never see email. Big influencer, big man on the internet. Me from here. Alright, start again. Me check my email every day. Like more than 3 times a day. I'm in a business. Him where I deal of business and everything there. If him not check him email, I tell him say him not nobody will check email if him and anything there. The man lie.
That he didn't see the message. You know, I just don't read my emails. I don't go on social media. I don't post.
Him just not read him email for real. Him dep on him social media detox, and that include him emails, and not read them. You know, him not too in the phone thing, you know, him just go to the gym and work out, you know, get him lifts in as a weight lifter. Him not too in media and he one bag of phone and email and this and that. So that's how we missed the email, guys.
Post on Instagram. I don't go on YouTube ever. I mean, I'm just one of those people that I stay off grid. Matt has nearly 200,000 followers on Instagram. He makes a living
200,000 followers and oh no, I forget to check my email.
From doing social media. What are the odds that he's just not going to see an important message from his powerlifting federation? It's possible.
Dog, you tell me, so you have your someday on, you have your notifications for your email on. Come on, your business email like that, where them probably would have emailed it too. Yeah man, cause we are idiot.
It's also possible that he's thinking, holy shit, I'm on performance
But remember, you know, that at the first strike,
enhancing drugs right now. They're asking me to do these things to get tested. And so if I respond to this message and they ask to test me, then I'm parked. Let's just not respond. I mean, after all, if they don't come see me, if they don't test me, well, I'm clearly innocent, right? It's kind of like when you did something wrong and somebody sues you and they walk up to you, they knock on the door, and eventually you've been served. And so for months, you've been evading them. If athletes could just all use the excuse, oh, I didn't get the email, I didn't get that phone call, when would they ever be served? And so it's possible, but they don't give a shit. The IPF, they don't care. And so that's 1 strike. 3 strikes, and you're out.
I was then emailed again to join the list and fill in my information.
Second email. When you hear that, a second email. The second email this him get. I will hear him say now.
Filled in information, but I did it incorrectly. I was then emailed again to join the list and fill in my information. I filled in information, but I did it incorrectly, which caused a second strike.
Oh my God, alright. You can't tell me say him now hide something. This man is hiding something. What you mean? Him get the second email, right? Him get the second email. But no, I spell my name wrong. I put a wrong, let me make a mistake. Pana important, something like that. Yeah man, him just no want them come. Him just no want them come in yard. Him just no want them spot him now because him a use. And nothing wrong with that, but why if you use, just say I use. We're not gonna jump down your throat, but why you come claim natural first and then you jump to all of them hoops? Yeah. You know say when you see email, you know say make a mistake on the form when me and fill it in. Oh come on.
You finally went and filled out the information, but you did it incorrectly. And what could that be? Well, you write the wrong address. And so, for example, if you say you live in room 272, but you're in room 262, how could they come and test you? You're not in that room. If you say you're training at Blue Lobster Fitness Gym, but you're training at Seco Bar Gym, well, they would show up to that gym and you wouldn't be there. And so you kinda gotta fill out the form correctly. It doesn't look good if you don't know how to do things correctly. You ask questions, you say, hey, is this done appropriately? This is now 2 strikes. 1 strike, it could have been a mistake. 2, well, it's certainly possible, but remember, it's not until 3 strikes that you're out.
I was then emailed again.
What the fuck? An emod. I've heard this 16 times.
Accent are kill him, the accent are kill him, dog.
Emod again, emod again, emod again. Email. I'm hoping it's email. I'm hoping it's not emod means some kind of other thing. Maybe there's a new technology you're emodded.
They then came to test me at my uni accommodation, and due to the way my uni accommodation is set up, you need a key in order to enter. So as they weren't able to enter, this counted as a 3rd strike.
When you fill out these forms,
Wait. When you hear the third strike, you hear why I'm getting the 3rd strike. When them never have the key for enter him dorm, him hall basically, or dorm, whatever you want to call it. Them never have like a code or something. You tell me, say when him a fill out the form, right? Him not, and them him knows, him say, yo, I live on a dorm, and him knows say, yo, them can come any day. That's not key information for put say that and that number, or even a contact number for them contact him. Well, we don't know why they never contact him. Well, it's supposed to be like a random like check up. Some I think him supposed to be alerted. But them some they like if you live in an apartment building and you need a certain code to come up to your room or things like that. Them some they have information they're supposed to put on the form. But remember, I don't know nothing about weightlifting and them competition, so anything where Greg say that we are very good.
Let me make it clear. They ask for everything that you would need to say in order for them to test you. You can't just say, oh, I forgot that you needed the passcode to get in. Oopsie, bro, it isn't like writing your first draft. This is not an excuse. And so perhaps he lives in a dorm room, a building,
That was a Mike Isotel job.
residence, a hotel, a motel. In any regards, you have to say exactly how they can get in there to test you. And so imagine, it's important, it's imperative. Your career is on the line. And you just say, yeah, I'm in room 272. You just show up and I'm good. Meanwhile, you need a key to get in the front door. Didn't mention that. Bro becoming Mr. Mike wasn't on my 2026 bingo card.
The consequence of 3 strikes is usually a 2-year suspension. But
Alright. We don't want to hear nothing else from you, Kaya Liad. You may call him man Liad, I'm not know him man. But from what Gregor said, and from where the rules and regulations and how important this farm and thing did look or sound, him should even mess up in a second part. Alright, the first one him send me was the email. We are gonna give him a pass. The second one, oh, I put the wrong address or I mess up, I put some incorrect information. The third one now, it make you reach a third one. You should even reach a second one. The third one, them come on me up, them come on me down, man. You know, so them could get in and this and that. Come on. Be a fool nation myself. But great video still. We don't need to watch all like me. Just want to highlight that little part here. If you don't want to watch it, I'll get in the description. But that's it. Subscribe.